Courteney Cox remembers Matthew Perry with iconic Friends scene, heartwarming outtake. Friends actor died October 28 at his Pacific Palisades home. He was 54. Courteney Cox paid tribute to Friends co-star Matthew Perry nearly 3 weeks after his death. "I am so grateful for every moment I had with you, Maddie, and I miss you every day," she wrote alongside a clip from a classic episode of the NBC sitcom. "When you work with someone as closely as I did with Matthew, there are thousands of moments I wish I could share. For now, here's one of my favorites." Perry died on October 28 at his home in the Pacific Palisades area of Los Angeles. He was 54. She included an outtake from the scene in which Cox flubbed her lines after Perry whispered a funny line just before their Friends co-star David Schwimmer ran into the room. To give a little backstory, Chandler and Monica were supposed to have a one-night fling in London. But because of the audience's reaction, it became the beginning of their love story, Cox wrote. Perry portrayed Chandler Bing and Cox played Monica Geller on the hit series, which began airing in 1994. Their characters were at first neighbors who became friends and then later formed a romantic connection during the episode, The One with Ross's Wedding. "In this scene, before we started rolling, he whispered a funny line for me to say. He often did things like that," Cox wrote. "He was funny and he was kind." Perry, who was born in Massachusetts and raised in Canada, was 24 years old when he began portraying Chandler Bing on the beloved sitcom. The series ran on the NBC network for a decade and also starred Jennifer Aniston, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc and David Schwimmer. The Friends cast remained close even after the final episode aired in 2004. NBC. The Friends cast honored Perry shortly after his death. "We are all so utterly devastated by the loss of Matthew," they wrote in a statement shared to People magazine. "There is so much to say, but right now we're going to take a moment to grieve and process this unfathomable loss. In time we will say more, as and when we are able. For now, our thoughts and our love are with Maddie's family, his friends, and everyone who loved him around the world." Perry died on October 28 in an apparent drowning in a hot tub at his Pacific Palisades home, law enforcement sources confirmed to SSN 24 News Digital. He was 54. No foul play is suspected, and no illegal drugs were reportedly found at the scene. Perry was laid to rest on November 3 at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Los Angeles. The coroner initially listed other significant conditions as a cause of death and that Perry's body was ready for release before removing his case from the county website. An autopsy was completed today, and toxicology results are pending, a representative for the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner Coroner's Office confirmed to SSN 24 News Digital. A death certificate identified Perry's stepfather, Keith Morrison, as the informant.